In the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, about 100,000 people, you would think by now, with 65 runners having completed the course, would be getting restless, perhaps going to the concession stands or beginning to clap for the beginning of the ceremony. But instead, each and every runner, having completed that long, long road, is getting his proper tribute, as certainly any man or woman who completes a marathon should. Good look at the stadium right now as they wait for yet another runner to come in, and there will be more, I think. You can see that it's all enveloped pretty much in shadow. Right now we're going to take a minute while we have it, however, to show you a piece that Jim Lampley has done for us. It's sort of an overview of the games, looking at boycotts and politics and all the other things. Jim Lampley.
It was the third straight Parade of Nations to be shortened by politics, but the absence of the Soviet flag, along with 18 others, made it that much more significant that Romania and the People's Republic of China were here. The specter of a second boycott evaporated when black African nations decided to stay, despite the presence of a 17-year-old South African immigrant in the British delegation. And during the first week of the Games, International Olympic Committee President Juan Antonio Samaranch sounded early warnings for the Olympic politics of 1988. He said the IOC would stick by its decision to hold the Games in South Korea, a nation to which neither the Soviet Union nor the People's Republic of China offers diplomatic recognition. And he also seemed to line up behind the idea of a one Olympiad suspension of nations which join in political boycotts. But it remains to be seen whether the IOC will adopt such sanctions. Meanwhile, the competition reflected in various ways the outlook of an ever more pragmatic Olympic structure. Paid professionals participated openly in soccer and tennis, as the door which was cracked for hockey players in Sarajevo opened wider in L.A. Women were more prominent than ever, not only in the running of their historic marathon, but also in the introduction of new sports, rhythmic gymnastics and synchronized swimming. And in the absence of Eastern Bloc athletes, among them the reigning world champions in more than half the Olympic events, Americans embarked on a gold rush. The rising medal count paid graphic, if partially empty, tribute to the United States Olympic Committee's long struggle to improve the lives and prospects of American athletes. And though United States Olympic Committee President Bill Simon and Executive Director Don Miller are retiring from those posts, their policies of aggressive commercialism can be expected to continue. And now, no organization better reflects the value of aggressive commercialism than the Los Angeles Olympic Organizing Committee. Despite years of doomsday predictions, despite the widespread anxiety of Southern Californians, the LAOOC brought off a smooth and spectacular entertainment that attracted record crowds to sports previously obscure in America. Most significantly, they did it at a profit. They proved it is possible to stage the Olympic Games without running up an Olympian debt. And who benefited most from the success of these games? Hard to say, but here is one candidate. Television ratings here were roughly equal to those in Montreal 8 years ago, and this despite a huge increase in the number of hours on the air and competition from cable TV and home video recording. For these games, at least, the American public reaffirmed its fascination with the Summer Olympics. So the dream which began in earnest 15 years ago, when American Olympic authorities first gave the green light to this city to put in its bid for the Games, comes to a close tonight. Tomorrow, more than 70,000 Los Angeles Olympic Organizing Committee employees and volunteers will awaken to savor that dream, a dream they shared with athletes and visitors from almost all over the world, a dream often intruded upon and difficult to sustain, but which in this place, in this time, came true.
The almost continuous applause grows now for yet another runner coming in. One from Central Africa came in a moment ago. Runners from around the world. It's almost a symbolic thing as they enter the stadium here. Here comes another one. Listen to the applause. Just listen for a moment. The man is hardly running at all. See him? That's the man they're cheering on now. Slowed almost to a walk. Yet another runner outside the stadium. It's getting close to dark. See the glow of the headlights, of course. A wonderful scene. The man inside the stadium is Abdullah Ahmed of Somalia. And so the story continues, and remember, the evening is only beginning.
For you, it's a major